right, guys, it is time for our final match between Happy and Choya.
Yes, indeed it is. And we received a lot of tweets during the break. So, guys, we don't know yet if it's a UFO or not. A lot of you apparently are on the assumption that Wolf is crazy. I'm starting to believe it myself. But, yeah, we talked about... It's really funny. We received a few tweets about soccer because apparently some of you want to convince Ganji to play soccer when he's at Anaheim. And we just talked to Sella about soccer. And he said, like, Calder, you need to set up a foreigner team. And I said, like, yeah, with whom? And so apparently Todd wants to play. Wolf just confessed that he is horrible at soccer, but he will be our goalie.
I will, if it's, you know, if everyone really wants to play, I'll come down, I'll play. I'll do that.
Alicia, I told Alicia that he has to play, and he said that he really hates it, but Sella was like, no, he's a perfect goalie. He uses force fields. There's nothing going past Alicia, so we'll see. And Sella kind of dodged me, didn't he? I mean, he said he was faster than me, and I wanted to bet on it, but, well, he dodged.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see at some point. We'll definitely try to set up a foreign team, but I think we might have not enough foreigners and have to get some Koreans in there. But right now we focus on our two Korean players. We have Choya against Happy, another Protoss versus Terran.
Let's talk about the storyline of these players a little bit.
Yeah.
Happy coming from up and downs. He's, again, one of these IM B-teamers. I mean, yeah, Happy is one of the best IM B-teamers to ever, like, prove himself. Like, Youngwha, have you seen him in the individual league? No, you haven't. But you've seen Happy beat some players. You've seen Yoda. You've seen True. You've seen Dreamer. You've just seen all these IM B-teamers floating around. You've seen Horror play a little bit. You've seen these guys. And they have to play for some relevance here. Happy wants to prove that, you know, I had a tough group. It was a tough Code S group. Choya, though, on the other hand, he has to prove his leadership again. He's made a few poor decisions in Team League, and he has told me, and his team has told me, he's disappointed in some of the decisions he's made. He's got to prove himself.
That Oz decision when he actually decided to play instead of Oz, that is something that I cannot wrap my head around.
Nobody in the world expected that. Even Choya would love to go back in time to change the way that went. But we'll see. We're going to see Happy against a very unconfident Choya right now. This is the GSL Code A round of 48 with Caldor and Wolf. Happy and Choya were in the game, so don't go anywhere. Just wait a few more seconds and you'll see it on your computer screens.
And there it is, with our Terran player to the top right of the map. We currently have Daybreak as our starting maps in the red. We have our Terran player. Incredible miracles.
I am Happy.
Now let's see of the day if he's really going to be happy, if he's able to reach the next round of the tournament, or if he is going to lose. True lost earlier. So his teammate already down to Code B, and to the bottom left we have the FXO player who was able to win a Code A qualifier. Was really happy about it.
FXO Choya.
He prepared for this match like crazy. He was playing the entire time, just practicing. He didn't even go to Linux group matches because he was still practicing. And earlier he seemed so nervous. I talked to him a lot on Skype every time when he's at the studio, and we kind of have a friendly banter going on. And he just told me every single time that he is going to pull it off. But today suddenly he seemed so nervous. And,
it's almost as if something has gone wrong in his practice. He hasn't been able to play as well in the past few days. We'll see, you know, what he's going to pull out here. So far, no gate. Very likely a Nexus first build on Daybreak. Best map to Nexus first on, I think, if you're going to go for a Nexus first build.
And we might see some crazy all-ins by Choya. He was one of the players who actually went for builds like Proxy Colossi.
Yeah, he has done things like that. We did see Killer go for a Proxy Immortal build earlier today as well. These types of things do occasionally happen. Here is our Nexus.
Yep.
Dropping it at 17 supply, in fact.
And the gate right after that. So already a scout out for Happy. He will be able to spot it. He starts with a gasless expand. We have him without refinery. Just the barracks, starting with the command center very, very soon. And, well, it's going to be very interesting if Choya is actually able to take this. Yeah, he's a really funny guy. Oh, what is happening? what just happened? He's pulling all his SCVs, every single one of them.
Literally
as
every
he
one of them.
spots the position. And I think you already saw it. Choya saw it, but this is Happy spots it and he's like, well, you know what? I'm just pulling my SCVs around and I'm going to kill you right away.
He needs to what he will likely do is make 3 pylons at the top of his ramp. He's forced to cancel on the bunker here. And he's going to keep that Nexus alive as long as possible. Then at the last second, we'll cancel it and use those resources to make pylons at the top of his ramp.
Also, he gets a forge, so he can start with cannons.
I don't know why Happy is going for this Nexus. What? Like, why would he not go into the main base? He's actually giving Choya his only opportunity to win this game. Oh, he didn't wall! He didn't wall! Why didn't he wall? This is actually, I'm just like watching something crazy happen here.
And the cannon will be ready.
This is really weird, man. The bunker will finish. We're going to see probes fight SCVs, but the SCVs do have more hit points. Stop position micro here by Choya. The bunker finishes. The cannon is getting close to being done, but is it in range of the bunker? I don't think so.
Choya is defending against this. He has one Zealot out, and he just needs to wait until this cannon is done.
He's mining as well. He's mining, and Happy is mining with just a mule, but cannon's done. He can actually send his majority of his probes back. In fact, with the second Zealot coming out here, he sends all of them back.
He sends the SVs back. The probes are mining again. Right now, we have 19 probes against 16 SCVs. Obviously, the mules were mining in the time being, but the problem is at this point that we have a lot of mining time lost for Happy.
Yeah, this is very much true. And it's a tab we never look at, but the spending tab shows a pretty big story because Choya has literally been able to spend more money as well. Not only did he lose SCVs, but he hasn't been able to build anything during this time. He has not really been able to produce any additional barracks. The worker count now 21 to 19. That's pretty insignificant, though, in the grand scheme of things. The question is, what's Choya's next move? I love this. Robo. He may even go for Warp Prism at this point. He may try to just use that to bust out of the bunkers. There is a second bunker in play for Happy. I'm surprised he's not going for a barracks perhaps to lift and get vision.
There's a pylon to the right side of the map. He was able to sneak this probe out, so we might just see what you just said, a Warp Prism, a little bit of proxy play as well. Command Center is being built right now. And in this scenario, especially in this scenario, mules are so strong.
That's the only reason why Terran players can do stuff like this.
Yeah, that's the only reason why Happy is still alive. If you can't rely on the mules, then suddenly this is way too all-inish because you lose so much economy. But as it is, the harvest account is nearly the same. We have both of them on one base, a second base being built for Happy right now, and they are on even supply. Choya has the pylon to the right side of the map. He's building the first Immortal at this point. And we might just see him take down the bunkers, and he might just even go for the Warp Prism, as you mentioned, after the bunkers are killed, and try to be a little bit aggressive to drop Immortals and do a bit of damage.
Yeah, well, even if he walks the Immortals across with that forward pylon, he has a lot of aggressive potential here. He could add 2 additional gateways, use 1 Observer coming out. He's actually going to make 2 Immortals. That's actually fine. The second Immortal he will bust out really easily. Then he's got an aggressive timing he can use if he powers up 2 gateways. The problem for Choya right now, I feel, is that he's not been able to make a Nexus. So if he doesn't do one base plays, Nexus is just going to be late. His opponent's already got the second command center up.
It's going to be very, very late.
This is a stressful position for both players because it's impossible to determine what will happen next. He's going to bust out here. There's only 1 Marine inside of this bunker, and the Marine actually will go home.
Against 2 Immortals, there's no way of holding this, and well, what is Choya going to do? Is he throwing down the Nexus? It looks like it. Yes, there it is.
He still has this aggressive potential here, but I would have liked to see him go for adding 2 additional gateways, even 3 additional gateways, just trying to end the game, because this is very risky, what he's doing now, because he's spreading himself too thin, and Happy is making 3 bunkers right now. He's not going to be able to break this without the additional gateway production that he has not made. And in fact, he's going to wait and go for the Watchtower first. Choya.
Yeah, he's trying to get the map.
In a situation like this, you cannot wait. Every half second is important, but he should be able to hold this now with 3 bunkers and the SCV pull.
We have 2 Immortals, but they are not enough. All the SCVs will be able to repair, so this will delay the demolition of the bunkers, and therefore he can do enough damage, but he knows this and pulls back. A few of these Marines are getting in here, and he is just trying to kill them with a cannon and
yeah, why is he going up the ramp? That was really weird. I thought it was a really smart move, but to go up the ramp was pretty stupid.
Yeah, he knows there's a cannon.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. He could have even bunkered the Nexus potentially with that SCV, but now he's going to lose all the Marines basically for free. A small victory for Choya, who does have a very late Nexus. I guess he's going to try to attempt to scout, and he does succeed. Gets in, sees no robotic support bay. In fact, no probe pull, so he's able to see literally everything.
And so far, Choya was on 1 gate, so he's going for a 3rd base now.
Yeah, this is smart. I really like. This is the best choice Choya has made, I feel, all game.
As you said, you are way behind with your expansion because your opponent already has the command center on the high ground, so he just has to fly to the mineral line. You are basically forced to do something. You start with the 2nd base and you are still behind in economy, so trying to get a 3rd base and taking a little bit of a gamble, trying to get not only even in economy but to get ahead is a really smart decision here.
Yeah, the tech is an advantage that Choya has that his opponent is scared of. And while he's killing the neutral depot, Choya strikes, takes out a few units here, takes out a bunker as well. You gotta be careful, man, when you go for those neutral depots. Choya might smack you down.
He might, and he is taking down another bunker.
This is a bit much, though, because he's now going to lose his very expensive and very important Immortals.
This is bad.
I really don't like his choice to go through there like that. He does force a stim, but it's definitely not a good trade for Choya. Now, he's got his 3rd Nexus was risky from the start, but now, man, if he is spotted, his game is forfeit.
On the other hand, a lot of mining time lost once again, but you're right, this is not a cost-efficient trade for Choya, not at all. He's down to 60 supply against 80. Happy has these lead here. 5 gates added for Choya. He knows that he needs to have a lot more units in order to pull this off.
Yeah, indeed. This is
tricky.
I mean, at this point, Happy's going to go check for a very normal 3rd Nexus timing. He's going to find a very empty 3rd Nexus that he will kill for free. And like I said, this game is essentially forfeit at this point because he lost so many units. And even if he doesn't go for the 3rd Nexus, goes for the natural. Can Choya hold? Not for very long. He's going to have to use Force Fields right away here when this wide ramp is opened up.
Happy, though, doesn't send any units to the 3rd base. He does not really think that there could be another Nexus.
I think he knows it could be, but he's like, I just win if I kill him now. I think he's just going to go for it.
Well, there are a lot of units being warped in right now. He has a decent economy. What's the harvest account? Do we have 54 to 51?
He just started mining as 3rd base at this very second that I'm speaking to. He does have some force fields, but he wants to wait until the stim runs out. A very smart choice.
And now he's engaging with the probes as well.
Not the best force field there, and he just simply might not have enough.
Yeah,
and now that he's warped it in, Choya, he's warped in enough units to hold Happy. He's like, well, I guess I'll kill your Nexus then. What are you going to do?
Takes it down, doesn't even care, stutters past the Nexus and kills it. And this is so bad for Choya now. His opponent is already on 2 bases. He built a 3rd command center, is upgrading it to an orbital right now. We have the upgrade starting for Happy, and this is a very, very good position for our town.
Yeah, losing that army was such a critical mistake. It's going to be one that will haunt Choya's nightmares for days to come.
A very unusual game that we see unfold. With an early Nexus, Choya tries to set the pace of the game and then suddenly Happy with the SCV pull and a very strong attack. Takes down the Nexus, was not able to do any additional damage, and Choya not able to get his 2nd base up because he was still contained. So a very interesting opening into this game, and Happy definitely got the better end of it. On 134 supply, with 3 bases, he's looking very strong.
Yeah, and Happy is happy, no pun intended, to continue to this pressure, force more sentries to be warped in, that's gas, take off a Zealot or 2.
Without charge, this is just not going to happen.
No,
without charge, he can't attack here.
And he's going to try, but it's just not going to be enough. He can, in fact, even pick those units up. Doesn't want to, and Choya will die. This is the end of Choya in Game 1. His sentries will begin to fall.
There's way too much.
The Stalker Force crumbling. The GG will appear on the screen momentarily.
Yeah, there is just nothing left. We don't have a buffer anymore.
GG.
There it is. Leaves the game. Choya loses to Happy on game number 1.
A very unorthodox start to our best of 3 here. Choya with a very nice defense. is in a very nice follow-up, but a very poor execution and overcommitment with his Immortals.
Yeah, at this point, is not too happy. He's down the game. Happy is looking very calm. And Tomb Valley is map number 2.
Yeah, Mole Trap and I used to joke together when we cast together. When we first started casting Happy's games, we called him, we should change his name to Mildly Amused or something like that, because he never has a very happy expression. He just sits in his booth very calmly. And yeah, he's a happy guy, you know, off camera and stuff, but when he's in the booth...
That would be great. I am mildly amused.
He just sits in his booth, hardly cracks a smile or a grin. He just sits there, plays his games, and gets out. And that's the kind of mindset we see from a lot of players. We saw it from Ganji. Curious is known for this as well, for being basically the guy who looks like a stone-cold killer all the time.
Oh, Silent Assassin. And well, Happy is... Well, Choya is actually right now watching the replay, if I'm not mistaken. And there it is, invited into the lobby. We are in Tomb Valley, and I kind of got this feeling that if Choya is going to pull any kind of really weird all-in strategy, then it's going to be on this map.
Yeah, this will be the map to do it on. I feel like... In fact, not only do I feel like this is the map that we'll see Choya do a Proxy Colossus build on, I have seen him do a Proxy Colossus build on this map maybe 4, maybe 5 times in tournaments.
Just look at him smiling. That's the Choya smile when he's up to something.
Yeah, he is up to something.
And the thing is, there are so many positions on this map where you can actually try to hide buildings to proxy something. So let's see. Let's see if he's going for the straight up game or if he's actually trying to play a little bit sneaky. Having open against Incredible Miracle.
Look at the difference between these personas. Happy on the left, very, very calm, collected, no emotion. Choya on the right, trying to cheer himself up, trying to convince himself that this game is going to go fine. That in itself is very telling of Choya's attitude right now. Can he pull through here and tie up the series, or will Happy emotionlessly take him out 2-0? We'll find out. This is the GSL Code A round of 48 with Caldor and Wolf.